Hi everyone, my name is Manny and I'm here from School of Coding. Today I want to talk to you about three things that relate to you being online. First of all, we want to think about your safety online. So this week is all about safer internet. We want to make sure that whilst you are online, you are safe, you're respectful, and more importantly, you're taking care of yourself and others. So this video is all about staying safe online. There are three areas we will cover. That is cyberbullying, your mental health, and lastly, showing respect to others. So School of Coding is the UK's largest coding education provider. We teach coding, computer science, cybersecurity, and various other subjects like games coding to students right from age of 6 all the way through to adults. So the idea behind this video is that whilst we are creating the next generation of coders, gamers, cybersecurity specialists, we want to make sure that all of you understand the dangers of online gaming, online browsing, and also talking to other people through social media. So you can use this video as a way to discuss various different topics that are coming up in this video amongst your peers in a class, or you can watch it just to gain extra knowledge. So let's go straight into it. First of all, like I said, the three subjects that we want to cover are cyberbullying, mental health, and being respectful online. The first part is about impacts of cyberbullying. Now we understand what bullying is when it happens in the playground or in the dining hall or in your classroom. But cyberbullying is done by a lot of students in primary and secondary schools without actually knowing that they're bullying somebody. And when we're talking about cyberbullying, think about the different ways we hurt other people's feelings. So if someone says something to us through a text message or through a message on Instagram or through a meme, they're literally hurting our feelings. So bullying is all about hurting somebody emotionally or physically. When we do it through cyber, in other words, online, it becomes cyberbullying. So what I want you to do, first of all, as part of 4 to 5 members in your class, work as a group and make a list of different types of cyberbullying methods you're aware of that or that you have seen. Once you've done that, I want you to take a moment and discuss it amongst your peers and think about how you can change your own behavior and help others change their behavior so that they don't hurt other people with their messages or through their actions online. So I'll give you a moment and then we'll return back. Okay. Now that you've done that part, we want to make sure we understand what are the different ways cyberbullying takes place. So think about if you are being rude or mean to someone in an online game. Now you might find it funny because you might be working as part of a group amongst your friends, and you might be talking to somebody from your school or out of school you've never met before, or somebody you go to meet in a playground every single day. If you are being mean online, okay, that is cyberbullying. Sending and sharing mean messages on WhatsApp, on Instagram, or whatever else that you use online, such as social media applications or through even email. Sharing messages that hurt other people's feelings is known as cyberbullying too. So we want to make sure that we understand that cyberbullying is not just one area. It extends into various different parts. So spreading rumors online about someone else. This happens quite a lot in both primary and secondary schools, because what tends to happen is somebody is bored, they make something up about another student, that then passes on to someone else through WhatsApp or through Instagram, and it picks up pace. And when it picks up pace, it becomes a problem for the student who's a victim. Now, they may get impacted mentally, or they may even get bullied in school. So think about your actions as to what you are doing and how it's impacting others. Now, the last part is about pretending to be someone else to spread hurtful messages online. So in other words, creating a fake account or disguising yourself to be someone else. You may find that a lot of the time, fake accounts are set up in order for someone to hide themselves. If you're someone who's doing this, think about the impact it has on you as a person. First of all, you'll become a liar. You don't understand the difference between what is real and what is fake. You don't understand the difference between what is lies and what is truth. Because in order for you to cover up one lie, you have to lie 4 or 5 times again. And once you start doing that, you have to keep that fake account going. Now, what I want you to do, if you do have a fake account, if you have done anything like this, is to close down that account immediately. Because that account may lead to criminal activity later on, which may get you into trouble. And we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that you are safe online. Let's move on to part 2, impacts of cyberbullying on your mental health. Now, we just briefly discussed how cyberbullying impacts others. People go through emotional traumas, physical traumas, and also they end up losing their place in society as a person because of actions taken by others online. What I mean by that is, imagine you are bullying somebody through Instagram or WhatsApp. Let's say that you are sharing an image which somebody else shared and you're passing it on to your friends and others because you find it funny. The victim obviously knows this is happening. And when they come back into school, or when they find out that it's been shared amongst thousands of people's accounts, they're obviously going to be hurt. But you don't know what action they might take. Now, if you go and look for some stories on YouTube, you will find that so many young people hurt themselves because of others' actions. We want to make sure that we're not hurting others' feelings. And this week is all about that. Make sure you are keeping yourself safe. Make sure that your actions are not impacting your own mental health. Your mental health will definitely get impacted if you're somebody who's creating fake accounts, if you're somebody who's passing images of others around, if it's somebody who's bullying somebody online. However, if you are someone who's a victim, if you are someone who's getting bullied online, speak to your teacher, and worst case scenario, speak to your parents and tell them to speak to the police, because it's very important that you take action. We don't want you to suffer in the dark. We're here for you. So your mental health is very, very important to you and also to everybody else who loves you. So when you are online, if you're playing games, make sure you're always thinking about your mental health. Whether you are playing with your friends or with unknown people, if you feel like the game is stressing you out, just shut the computer down, okay? Whether you're playing on Xbox, whether you're playing on PlayStation, whether you're playing on PC, it does not make any difference. You can always come back tomorrow. Don't let the online gaming impact your mental health. If you are someone who's browsing social media late at night, you want to make sure that you set some rules for yourself. Maybe give your phone to your parents. If you don't want to do that, then put your phone away at least 2 hours before you go to bed. Because if you don't, the light of the phone will keep your brain ticking and you won't be able to sleep properly. Next day, it will impact you in school, and slowly it will start impacting your mental health. Therefore, we want to make sure that your mental health is kept in good shape by you focusing on yourself and not using your phone to just browse. We want to make sure that you get the best out of the internet. Of course, you're going to go on social media. Of course, you are going to enjoy yourself browsing, doing various different things, and do that. We want to make sure that you use the internet to grow your knowledge, to fill up your spare time if you want to do that for a few hours a week. But also, we want to make sure that it's not taking over your life. So keep an eye on how much time you're spending online. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your teachers, and tell them if you think it's impacting you. The third part is about understanding the effects of cyberbullying and how it impacts our mental health and also our physical health. First of all, when we create an account or if we get involved in cyberbullying, we know it makes us angry. It makes others angry. So it's important that you understand this is not just about others. This is also about your well-being. So anger is a big part of cyberbullying. Whenever someone sends us a message that we don't like, we get angry. We then do what we call a revenge reply or revenge image sharing. And we want to put a stop to that straight away. If someone sends you a message that you don't like, just give yourself 2 minutes before you respond back to them. You'll be a lot more calmer and you will think clearly. Now, people who get bullied online often go into isolation. So what that means is they like to stay away from everybody else. The problem you have is cyber is everywhere. So in other words, the internet is everywhere. And it's our job to make sure we keep ourselves away from people who are bullying us and we keep ourselves safe online. So if you feel that anybody is impacting your mental health online, you want to make sure you block them out. That's the first part. The second part is if you feel like your own actions are impacting your mental health, if you're spending too much time online, then put some controls in place. Speak to your teachers. Speak to us at School of Coding. We will help you. Speak to your parents. Because if you don't, it will lead to depression, especially if you are in secondary school and you're spending late nights on social media. All of those hours that you are lacking in sleep will impact your mental health and slowly put you into depression. We want to make sure that if you are getting bullied online, or if your mental health is getting impacted through your own use of mobile phone or through internet on PCs, we will help you break out of those cycles. But you have to first take some steps yourself as well. And then that will lead to illness and also getting shown up within school. Whether you're a bully, whether you're a victim, you will both be impacted through illness of depression if you don't take care now. So we want to make sure that we understand how cyberbullying impacts our mental health, which then later leads to physical well-being that gets affected. Okay, let's move on to part number 3, being respectful online. This is the last part I want to cover with you. Because the internet is open to everyone across the world, there are no rules. So what that means is there's nobody who's actually setting rules, unlike in a school playground or in a dining hall. So you want to make sure that you understand your own rules, rules that are put in by your parents, rules that are put in by your other family members, and also rules that you're putting in yourself. Now, for the first rule should be that if you are online, you want to make sure that you don't become somebody who hides behind a screen and behaves like a keyboard warrior. What a keyboard warrior does is they pretend to be someone they're really not in real life. So show respect as if the person was present in the room with you. This is really important. When we are online, often we start behaving in a way which we don't normally do when we are with other people in real life. Being online is pretty much the same as being in a physical room with someone. So showing respect to others is very, very important, because if you don't, you will build a behavior that will last forever with you, especially when you grow up, you go to university or go to get a job. You will be the person who creates all the problems. You will be the person who will be known to not have anger issues. You'll be the person who's known to spread rumors. And I'm sure none of you want to do that. So it's important that you understand that cyberbullying impacts your mental health, but only if you control it, it can be helped. And we want to make sure that this week we spend a bit of time thinking about our own actions. And I'm going to do that myself too, as to how I behave online. And I want all of you to think about what your behaviors lead to when you are online. So whether you're browsing the internet for your homework research, or whether you are searching through someone's profile on Instagram, or whether you're sending somebody a message on WhatsApp, always think about your action. Now, the last part is you want to make sure that you stay safe online from others. There are a lot of people who may want to hurt you online, both emotionally and physically. Never meet anybody that you just met online in physical. Never speak to strangers online. You know all these rules. We want to make sure that when you're online, you're speaking to your friends. If in doubt, if you feel like it's not your friend on the other side, ask your mom and dad, or tell them, or if you are a teenager and you have a phone, then get in touch with your friend and ask them, are you online? Is this you? If it's someone you don't recognize, just block them. That's your first rule. We don't want to speak to strangers. Block them no matter what they say. Never go out your house to go meet a stranger without first telling your parents or going with your parents. Never ever meet anybody out of school, regardless of what they say, if you don't know them. Okay. I hope all of you enjoy Safer Internet Week. We are always here for you at School of Coding. If there is anything at all that you need from us, do go to our website, soccerlearning.com, drop us a message, and be more than happy to speak to you about any issues you're having about e-safety online. We wish you the best of luck. Take care.